Wonderful stuff. Such a beautiful song, that. Home Becomes a Lantern. New Starts live in session here on Six Music. The debut LP is out on Friday. More breakup songs. I'd like to just go around the band one by one, first of all. Will, could you lean into your mic like you leave on helm and briefly tell us how you came to be in New Starts?
I was in a band before this with Giles over there on bass called Tiger Cats, and I think we collectively got the call from Darren saying he was putting together a new project. I got the call from Giles, so Did you get the call from...
Well, sort of.
That's a good hand over there. Good. Giles, over to you on bass.
Yeah, I mean, me and Darren, I've played in Darren's other bands previously. Actually, we had a little bit of a fight, didn't we, Darren? And then we decided to have a new start.
I chose a different bass player, and I said, "Do you want me to always ask you to play bass whenever I need a bass player?" And you said yes, which is really lovely thing to have said to you.
Good.
So it's okay. You're in every band until I die.
So it's signed in blood, isn't it?
It's basically the origin story is taking shape here. Jolie, you haven't chipped in yet with your angle.
So for me, I didn't know Darren before, actually. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have a mutual friend who's David from a band called Atlanta Dream Season. They're a great band. And I had played some guitar on something for them. And Darren is friends with David and was talking about this new project.
I remember his words exactly, actually. He said, "You should get Jolie. She makes everything sound better." That's what he said.
Oh, David.
I think what you've said as well, Darren, about that sound, the two of you playing guitar together, which does sound wonderful and it's great on the record, is that you complement each other by your difference, and you're not allowed to be too... Even though we just heard a very pretty, beautiful song, it's not allowed to be too much that way. Is that right?
I wanted a band like our first bands, the bands we've all were in when we were young, and you have a selection of people and that you're thrown together by, like, the drummer might be just the guy that had the van, or you have all these different influences, and then you find out what the band sounds like. And so for about 20 years or so since Hefner, I've been saying I want someone who drums a bit like the bloke in Hefner, someone who plays a bass a bit like the bloke in Hefner. So this time I wanted us to get together with no prejudice or no audition or anything, but find out what they did, and then start to find how the songs would work for them.
You did actually say that you've got a long-standing distrust of the guitar.
And I'm bang into it now. No, you're absolutely right. I've most of the time I've been on stage, I've had an electric guitar around me, but I've always, I do sort of.
You have a battle with it here.
Yeah, and then I don't know what it is.
It's strange,
because I don't think I'm very good at it. Is one thing, you know. I mean that I always feel like I've got slight imposter syndrome when I have the one around my neck. But no, I think also age. You notice the guitar playing, and I was telling you it's a midlife crisis. I'm playing an expensive like the equivalent of buying a Harley Davidson when you're 50. That's what I've done with this guitar.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And I think there also was something to do with that. It's like, if you're going to rock out, Darren, you best get a move on.
You do it properly, yeah. I mean, it's funny because there was that quote from Graham Coxon a while back where he was talking about Noel Gallagher and the difference between his style and Noel Gallagher's, and it might even be the same juxtaposition with you two. He said that Noel Gallagher likes to stroke his guitar. Graham Coxon said, "But I like to strangle mine."
Oh yeah, no.
In the best possible way.
Yeah. No. Quite often, like, Jolie doesn't seem to like her guitar very much, what she's doing to it. Yeah.
Without getting too involved in guitar pedals, but let's get quite involved in guitar pedals. You also found quick agreement as to what the correct number is, or sort of guitar pedals?
We decided that there would be no modulation. That is, guitar pedals that go wop, 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 or...
No envelope generators? None of that?
No, and so we'd only have guitars that just got louder. I must say your studio guys were much more impressed with Jolie's pedals than mine.
Well, yours looks like they're just colour coded. I mean, they serve a purpose, but you know.
Yeah, I've gone a bit Fugazi. I've taken all the logos off. Yeah.
And it works so well on this record as well. You must be delighted with it, all of you, because it sounds so good.
I am. I miss being in a band. Everyone contributes a lot. Giles recorded it, produced it, and everything as well. So that was great for me. That was something I didn't have to do.
Would you have ever described yourself as a control freak? Because you have kind of relinquished control a little bit with this band, haven't you?
Well, yeah, and I had. We're aware of what Brian Eno's oblique strategies were, right? The cards were, and so I gave myself an oblique strategy, which I did reveal to the band just before we started recording. But my oblique strategy myself is that I could never say no to a suggestion from the rest of the band.
Right.
In one song in particular, Giles came in every week and said it could be a bit faster. We're not doing it tonight because it kills me, but it's so fast because I had to say yes each time.
Was that cathartic for you? Because I mean, like I say, if you have been in control to a certain extent, and obviously if you're playing on your own sometimes as well, it's a complete blank canvas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky. I'm really privileged. I've made 20 odd albums. I've had plenty of time to have my own way. It's about time I stopped having my own way,
It's a great concept as well, because every time you go to the pub, you should just say to Darren, will you buy all the beers tonight? Yeah, okay, because he's not allowed to say no. I'm just trying to help.
What we haven't
told us earlier.
But what we haven't touched on, and I don't think we have time to tonight, but I'll just throw it out there. Each of the songs has a tonality which it compares directly to the songs on the third Velvet Underground album. Is that correct?
Yeah. I was trying to think, okay, this album hasn't got a Pale Blue Eyes yet. This album hasn't got a What Goes On. So I was kind of thinking, has it... Not that any of the albums sound specifically like those songs, but that it should have exactly the same sort of ingredients of tempo and loudness. Yeah.
Which is absolutely fair enough. Are you ready to play another couple of numbers for us now?
Yeah, we absolutely are. Yeah.